Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show and tell. My name is Peter, and this time we'll be having a look at the Citizen Promaster Eco Drive 200 meters. This watch has the product number BN0100-42E. The model is was first launched in 2013. It has crystal glass. It has a power reserve indicator of 180 days. Rubbish. It has a power reserve of 180 days. It has a charging indicator. It is water resistant to 200 meters or 20 bars. The case size is 44 millimeters. The case thickness is 12 millimeters. The band lugs are 22 millimeters. It weighs 91 grams. The inside is a Citizen Caliber E168 Eco Drive movement. The watch is ISO certified. Yeah. Right, well that's the stats for this watch. And let's have a little chat about it. This is, again, another of Citizen's inexpensive watches. Now, the price for this watch, depending on where you are, is somewhere between $200 and $300. Again, that depends on where you're living. But, you know, any way you look at it, that's pretty inexpensive. And as with most other Citizen watches, you're getting a lot for the money. Now, for those of you who don't know what Citizen's Eco Drive is, it actually just means it's solar charged. The whole face is one big solar panel, and it takes its power not only from the sunlight but from artificial light as well. It's a very effective way of getting power. Now, I've heard people mention this. Now, I live in Denmark, so you know, but I've heard other people, English people and so on, call it Eco Drive. But I'm quite sure that the way you're supposed to say it is Eco Drive. I think the whole concept of this is that it's eco-friendly. You know, it takes the sunlight and turns it into power. Therefore, I have decided to call it Eco Drive. Eco for me doesn't make any sense. So, you know, if I'm terribly wrong, and all you English people out there, you are allowed to write me and say, you must call it Eco Drive. But, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. The word Eco Drive for me does make sense. So, anyway. Yeah, the watch is extremely well made. Again, as I always say, it's a beautiful watch. Let's have a look at the back of it here. If I can, there we go. Yeah. Good looking, not anything special, but a nice, good looking etched case back there. It feels very well done. It has a very nice click here. No tinny noise of any kind. It clicks firm, no wobble, absolutely no wobble, which is pretty impressive. Again, when one has this in one's hand, it feels like, you know, watches that are much more expensive than this. You know, the weight, the feel of it, you know, the whole thing just feels very well made. And again, this is one of those, you know, the reason I've got these other watches lying here is because that these are also quite inexpensive watches. There is the Seiko SKX series and the Promaster Automatic, and you know the Seiko SKX series is probably the most expensive of all of these, but still, it's you know, it's not a watch that will destroy your finances. So and these are all brilliant watches, and this is up there with those two watches. It is a very well made watch for an extremely good price, and you're really getting a good watch for the money. And there's not a lot, you know, more I can say about this really. The movement it's a well-tried movement. It works perfectly, and the whole watch just does exactly what you want it to, and it behaves like a more expensive dive watch. So anybody out there thinking about buying one of these, I can only say, go for it. It's a great watch. I like the design. I like the hands. I like the fact that this hand is, another color. It gives it a sort of, a little bit of a modern pole prof sort of thing going on there. And lots of people who mod watches. There's a whole big scene of psycho watch mods going on. They all tend to put in colored hands, and so this is born with it, and I like that. So anyway, not a lot more to say about this watch. Very good, well made, good quality, inexpensive dive watch, which has a good battery life, and which means that in case you're wondering, these kinds of watches do actually need to have their battery changed at some point, just not as often as normal, quartz movements. It obviously does have a battery in there, otherwise it would, it needs somewhere to put the power it takes from the light, and that battery, if you're very unlucky, would need to be changed. But again, any good watchmaker can do that for you for not a lot of money. So But some people have these watches for 10, 15 years and they never have to change a battery. So it depends if you're lucky or unlucky. Anyway, that exhausts what I have to say about this watch. All I can say is I'm impressed. I like it. And once again, as I always say, thanks for watching my videos. And if you like what I do here, then feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.